C-47s, steady, reliable, unsung and unheralded, yet of supreme tactical importance in this war as it is being fought in New Guinea. They fly in fighter formation with a fighter escort. This is no peaceful trip from Los Angeles to New York. These transports of the 54th Troop Carrier Wing are flying over dangerous country, subject at any moment to attack by enemy planes. That's why the fighter escort. They're on their way to Goodview, an unpleasant little spot in the jungle less than 5 miles from Japanese-held Salamau. They are flying what is called a dropping mission. Dropping began at a desperate time in the history of the war in New Guinea.
Yes, it was a bad show then. The Japanese had captured Buna in July of 1942. Australian forces had retreated over the Owen Stanley Range as far as Arabea Ridge, only 20 miles from Port Moresby. There they took the offensive and managed to push back the Japanese as far as Maiola, a push of about 20 miles. They were putting up a good fight, but they needed more ammunition, food, medical supplies. It was slow, heartbreaking going over the native track they called a road. 2 miles a day was average, 5 miles a day, something to make headlines. A native carrier could only load 40 pounds, and he ate 20 pounds of that on the way in. There were some planes, hardly enough, but no landing strips. And yet it was as plain as the Japs' intention to take all New Guinea and then Australia that the air was the only way in which to bring in supplies. Quick consultations were held between Australian officials and pilots of the 21st Squadron, then part of the Air Transport Command. It was decided to attempt dropping the supplies. Hurried tests were made. Shortly, men were gathering up the material required, wrapping it with anything on hand to protect it from damage. Blankets, rags, old sacks, anything to help break the fall. They piled the stuff in whatever planes were available.
In a few minutes, the first dropping mission was airborne. This was a new adventure for these men, something novel and untried. They didn't know what to expect. The Australians had everything it took to put up a terrific fight, everything but plenty of supplies, and they were coming. The pilot tells them to get ready to drop. Only 100 miles an hour, throttle all the way back, side slipping to come over the dropping area. A few hundred feet of clearing for a target. And a smoke signal to mark it. manna from heaven. Almost 60% lost or unfit for use, but something with which to carry on, enough to keep men fighting.